Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They go play action with Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Wilson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Right? Field goal, or it's okay to end it in a kick.
Again, it's Harris on.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple. Established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's shy of the 45-yard line. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. To Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Here's a diving catch right side. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. just keeping the play alive. Into the secondary, past the 40. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Jackson on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Eluding the pressure right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Edwards. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Dobbins. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Gallup, 34 yards. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Wilson going to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now he's flushed out right. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds it deep.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's in any given Sunday.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. A big pick up there on the scramble. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Hayward able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Harris trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Again, it's Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter. So we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Throwing on second and 3. Jackson. Flush to his right.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything. And
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Second and 9. Now Wilson. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Odafe Oweh picks up his second sack of the afternoon. He was was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 45 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open, Gronkowski. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool 27 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 109 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman there to make the grab. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Steelers signal from the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Connect.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.